Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of a Torchwood reaction. This is Haarute Live, and my name is Matt. So, here we are, Torchwood again. What happened last time? Last time we started Season 2 with a Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and we met Captain Jung Hart, which is essentially just Torchwood's the Master. Honestly, let's be honest. It's just the Master, but like gayer. And the Master was already like pretty gay, let's be honest, the relationship with the Doctor. I mean, gender swap and all that, so gay is debatable, but like, whatever. We have Captain John Hart, and that one is gay as fuck, and it's great. And I love what they did with this character, because I love that they're introducing a character that actually like matters into Torchwood. Previous season we had like Billis, which was like this old man, and that was it. Like, we didn't really know anything about him, and he could show up again, and I'm kind of hoping he does, because I want to explore more into what the fuck was that character. But we have Captain John Hart now, and I'm betting he's gonna come back. Like, I'm pretty sure he's gonna come back at some point, at least like once, right? At the end of this season, or like next season one time, and there we go. But like, I feel like it would be a waste of a character to not bring him back like at least one more time. So that's what we have with that character. Oh, he also dropped a big hint towards a storyline that we're probably gonna follow through in this season, which is Gray. So as he was leaving, disappearing, he told Jack, "By the way, I found Gray." And Jack had this moment of like, holy shit, and then we saw like a small of a flashback where they were like hands holding, and then the hand like let the other go, and that was it. And then they asked Jack, who is Gray, and he was like, no, nothing, don't worry about it. Let's go back to work. And then they did, and that's where we left off. So that's where we're at in Torchwood right now. Other than that, the episode, I feel like it was pretty straightforward. It really felt like a premiere episode. It felt like if you were just started getting into Torchwood with that episode, I feel like it would have worked, because I feel like they just gave you like everything that you needed to know, and they did it like, and they like gave it the attention that they needed to. Just like the fact that Jack can come back to life, trying to learn the dynamics of every single one of the cast members and what they do. And there was the moment when they all just pointed the gun at John Hart, and they were like, we Torchwood, we do shit, and he was like, well, your captain's dead, and then he just walked in and he was like, I can't die, and it's like, oh my god. And it really felt like if this was your first Torchwood episode, you're good. Like, you could have just gotten everything, and you would be good, because honestly, I feel like you can skip season 1 of Torchwood and start here, and it would be great. I feel like you can do that. Like, is there anything worth in season 1 of Torchwood that you should like? I mean, there are good episodes in season 1, but I'm just saying, like, plot wise, is there anything that like matters? Even if Bill has come back, I feel like you could skip that season, right? Given you wouldn't get to see the scene where Jack shuts a bunch of cannibals with a shotgun for like a minute, and that's just peak cinematography right there. That's just peak TV show ever. But like, I feel like you can skip that season, and I feel like starting in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang would just do it for you. You would be good understanding everything. But anyway, so now we're about to watch episode 2, and I feel like, yeah, I said everything I wanted to say. I felt like pretty much every character in the roster is like more mature now. Well, I don't know about Yanto, or Gwen, even Gwen a little bit, but like Yanto, we didn't get to see him a lot, but also he's very introverted, very kept to himself, so maybe. But it feels like the entire team just became closer because Jack wasn't there, and they had to, and they just grew as characters off screen, which makes me excited to see where they're gonna go now. So yeah, let's just start with the episode. So Torchwood season 2, episode 2. Let's go.
Get away! Get away from me! What is happening? Oh, please! Don't, please stop! Stop! I'm sorry! What's going on? I'm sorry!
What the fuck happened? I don't know, but sure. Sleeper. Maybe Maybe the husband or wife are like a sleeper agent, like an alien sleeper agent.
Stab wounds were caused by some sort of long, narrow blade, which that isn't.
Alien claws.
Wife probably weighs less than I do. I can't see either of them doing.
What if the wife is like some hidden alien or whatever? Maybe she doesn't even know it. That would be fun.
I'm in the corner and he's just sitting there dead. The other one was just gone.
And then what?
Nothing. I just stayed there till the police arrived. Couldn't move. Just...
Not a trace of blood on their hands, either of them.
And who did it?
Okay.
She did, obviously. So where's the one you least suspect? They're all in a room together, hubby's out cold, and somehow she survives while two burglars get mangled. She did it. She must have.
How?
I haven't worked that bit out yet,
Oh,
Gwen.
I see.
Okay.
Hospitals. They have to fall apart.
Okay, there's something going on here.
You're safe now, all right? You're safe. Just tell me who did this to you.
He's just gonna have a heart.
The flat.
Okay.
Keep it away from me.
Okay, he said it was the woman in the flat, so...
Tell me everything.
There we go, questioning.
It had to be you or Mike. So how did you do it?
You can't treat people like this.
Maybe she doesn't know.
I've been burgled.
She's dodging the question.
Now, tell me what happened!
I don't.
Check, rolling intimidation.
Please, I don't know anything.
Maybe she doesn't actually know.
Second one just died in the hospital. Keep her away from me, the woman in the flat.
Those were his dying words. Now, why would he say something like that?
I don't know, I swear. I never touched them.
Is it Mike? Are you covering for him?
No!
Jack?
She does have some psychic powers or some shit, or transforms or whatever. I mean, slashing damage, right? That was brutal, so she probably transforms.
All I know is that it wasn't me.
That can be interpreted in a different way.
There was an electromagnetic build-up around her, but I can't see how she caused it.
Same thing happened at the hospital, Jack. Can't be a coincidence.
Okay, they're on to that. Great.
They are doing these tests whether you like it or not, Beth. Don't make this any harder on yourself. Come on.
Thank God for Gwen being like the empath of the group. The one that can like actually talk to people.
So big. This is crazy.
Yep.
I suddenly feel very, very small.
What?
Needle snapped.
What?
Haven't you got a nurse to do this?
He's a doctor, it's okay.
Okay.
Okay, look, I'm not gonna do this if you can't even. What are you doing?
Bear with me. When was the last time you felt ill? You had a cold, anything?
I don't think I ever have. I take a lot of vitamin C.
Hell of a lot.
She's Superman. Superwoman.
We know you're an alien.
There's no such thing as aliens.
I mean, you know in what universe you live in, Beth? We've literally seen them.
I'm not. I work in an office.
I believe she's actually... I actually think that she believes that she's a regular human.
Why are you doing this? Oh, Mike.
I mean, she's not, but she believes that she is, probably.
Why is it doing that?
It's afraid of you.
How can I prove to you that I'm not an alien?
I don't know if you can. The thing you can prove is that you don't know what the fuck is going on, because that I can believe.
If she is human, it'll kill her.
I'm not wrong. We have to find out what she is.
Take it easy, Jack. Stop at the first sign of trouble.
Or the first sign of exploding.
Hey. The probe drills down through your consciousness, so if there's anything hidden, it'll pop to the surface.
Okay.
Your bedside manner's rubbish.
Should see his manners in bed. They're atrocious. Apparently, so I've heard.
Oh, they are. Remember this guy?
Are we awakening an alien that is just gonna kill us all now?
I'm human. Oh God, it hurts. Please, please stop, stop.
Go deeper.
Yeah.
Who killed those men?
I don't know.
Something bad's gonna happen.
Go deeper.
We're gonna trigger something bad here. Okay. The fuck is that?
I wouldn't get that close. Tashika, what happened?
It's a buried compartment. Locked away. She couldn't have been aware of it.
Who are you?
Kaila Janis. Puta gras.
We can translate it. We have a TARDIS.
Where are you from?
Kaila Janis.
It keeps repeating the same thing Okay.
Name, rank, serial number. That's all she's gonna say.
Okay. She speaks it.
Because I know who she is and why she's here.
Off.
Just sleeper agent that is here to destroy humanity eventually, or whatever. She's back. Is she even remotely aware of what happened?
You weren't lying. That really hurt.
No, for her, nothing happened. Okay, Jack, expose what's
She's a
happened.
sleeper agent.
Sleeper.
It
Okay.
all clicked when I saw the implants.
Okay.
They send an advance guard to gather intel, given false memories so they blend in. She has no idea she's not human. Her real self must have taken over briefly, killed the burglars. Self-preservation.
Put all this data stored inside it. This is a force field generator. It creates an impervious layer above the skin, just a nanometer thick.
Yeah.
More about this place than I do. Nobody knows more than I do.
And we're showing her the actual footage.
Can you turn it off, please? All my memories, they can't be fake.
Some of them are. Some of them were real.
Mike. And he loves me.
He does, and you do.
Like, this is a real person, but not real. Like,
Do you feel human?
okay.
Yes. Well, then you are.
I like this.
What makes us human? Is it our minds or our bodies?
I want to have kids one day, feeling human. Enough for that? Can you fix me? Can you make me human?
No. Eventually you'll activate. Your real memories will come back and Beth will disappear.
There must be something you can do. All this technology is everything you...
Kill you.
Are you gonna kill me?
No. No, of course we're not.
Gwen is the one that says that, but Jack looks at her like, yeah.
I won't do anything. I'm not that person.
I'm sorry, but you are.
Jack does not give a fuck.
We could freeze her. Use the alien cryogenics. Wake her up if we figure out how to stop her memories from coming back. I can isolate the transceiver and fry it in an EM pulse.
Okay.
Right now, it's not sending or receiving anything. I've checked it 5 times on every frequency. If we freeze her, she'll never activate and they'll never know.
Am I ever gonna see him again?
I don't know.
Taking flashbacks to what actually happened. Nukes.
The real memory is coming back, destroying the fake human persona. The sooner we do this, the better for everyone.
If you can't figure out how to keep me human, then don't wake me up. Just turn the machine off.
That's not a promise I can keep.
Fuck this, man. Just like,
Okay, you then. I bet you can. Just don't let me hurt anyone.
You have my word.
It's funny, I've always had this nagging feeling like I didn't fit in.
I like Beth.
Done.
I feel like there might be another twist that's gonna happen to make the episode more interesting, but if it's just this, I'll be... No! No, there's something.
Get off and then you can
Who are you
have the
people?
whole carriage to yourself. Just look.
You're also super agent. There's more than one. There's more than one in the planet. He's one of them. He activated, and now he's gonna go after Torchwood. There's more than one. There's more than 2. There's more than... Oh, he's also another one. There's gonna be an army of sleeper agents going after Beth because she's been found out. She sent a signal locally. Maybe not to the entire universe, but yes, locally. Oh, and she was holding a baby too. Yeah, fuck that kid. Jessica's gonna go run over it with a motorcycle now. Did that hit the baby? I gotta go back to that scene. I wanna hear that shit again. Okay, there's gonna be an army of sleeper agents coming for Torchwood. At least 3, maybe like 1,000. We don't know how many there are. She's still awake, isn't she? She's still totally active. This is not gonna do nothing to her. Okay, so her body probably has like an anti-freezing agent.
She went through the tunnels.
Time to change the locks again.
She knew everything about this place. It was all in her arm. The tunnels, layouts, security codes. She could have shut us down, blown us up, anything.
If she didn't.
No, I swear she was frozen. Everything about her was a lie. All of her vital signs were a false image. She can... For all the equipment, she can tell it what we're expecting.
She can hack everything, so...
Simulating that much information would need a huge amount of energy. No wonder she had a big electromagnetic field.
Well, that's why the lights blew every time she got upset.
We took her off the network. She has some other agenda.
Okay. She went for the husband. It's okay, so it's still Beth. But maybe she's now in control of the alien shit. But she's still herself, maybe.
I have to go away. What do you mean?
If I don't,
I can end up hurting you. Well, this is hurting me. Don't go. Let you go. I don't care what it is. I don't care what. What was that?
I don't know. It sounded like.
He's so dead. Well,
Somebody get a doctor! Beth! Sorry. It was just an accident. I was just trying to say goodbye.
She's got a weapon system built into her arm.
We need to contain her fast.
Come on, Beth, let's get you back. Come on.
that's fucked. That's terrible. That's awful.
Patrick Granger.
Alex, don't kill your sister.
They're assassinating VIPs, maybe.
Please, don't hurt my children.
They're assassinating VIPs, apparently. But why?
Shove it up your ass!
You're dead, buddy. A bomb?
We're on our way.
Shit! How big was that explosion?
Underground fuel pipeline. Special supply for the military. They use it in emergencies.
Oh,
Patrick Granger's been murdered.
Who?
Leader of the council, stabbed 7 times in the chest and once in the forehead. Sound familiar?
okay.
Also, the city coordinator takes charge of the city in case of major emergency.
Okay.
Well, how do you know all that?
I know everything.
Yeah,
It says on the bottom of the screen.
yeah, the invasion is happening. What is she going after? Another bomb. I didn't get to read that, but... Again with another baby!
It's not just
Communications.
her. She's part of a cell and they've activated.
We need the Silverado on our side too.
I don't know.
Beth, we need your help more than anyone. You're the only one that can help us out.
One left. I can drag him.
Let's go. Come on.
Okay. Did the other two blew themselves up with the explosion, so this is the only one left? What is it going after though?
What about mobile connection?
The entire telephone network is down.
Mobiles, landlines, tin cans with bits of string, every...
Beepers.
They can't knock out the radio waves. Not yet, anyway.
What about we try?
There is no way of getting in touch with Jack. No way.
Tosh, Owen, can you hear me?
Owen's gonna be like,
How do you get in the heavy weapons?
I don't know. I think we just have this arm stuff.
So how do you manage to take over so quickly?
Be a coal mine in the cliff. The army sealed it off in the 40s. Doesn't say why.
oh, there's something in there. Maybe they hit some alien bullshit in there. It's nukes.
Military are using it for storage.
Oh yeah.
Nuclear warheads.
Yeah, it's nukes. 10 nukes. We're just gonna blow ourselves up and then everything just falls apart.
Please tell me you can stop this.
Going as fast as we can. If we don't, we won't feel a thing. We're all at the center of the blast radius.
That's comforting.
Come on! Have a little faith with a dashing hero like me on the case. How can we fail?
Dialogue is really good.
He is
Okay.
dashing, you have to give him that.
Dialogue is so
And what if
much
they
better
can't
this season, by the way.
They'll stop it.
Yeah, but if they can't,
Then it's all over.
let's all have sex.
And I thought the end of the world couldn't get any worse.
Yes! Yes! Oh, this show is great. I love this show. This show is the best. It's fantastic. Does nothing. Why did they have this like super like ancient tech sword when they're so highly advanced? Why don't they just have gun? Well, he's wielding a gun, so what do we do? It's unlocking everything.
Have we thought this part of the plan through?
No.
Isn't gonna be pretty. Brace yourself.
Oh, we're just gonna ram it with the car.
Like this.
Yeah. Okay, it did some damage. It's okay, don't worry about it. Luckily, it was Jack and not Gwen. Gwen is like, yeah, it doesn't matter.
We know who you are. Jack Harkness
Oh.
know about you. And Torchwood.
So they
We
probably
got a
know.
lot of information before switched her off.
Okay, no, so they only know what she knows.
Your transmitter's dead, and so's your force field.
You're lying.
Oh, yeah?
Bitch.
Now, when are the others coming?
They're already here. I won't let you take me.
Run!
Please let that be explosion be small. Okay, if it had been a giant explosion, it would have set off the nukes. But luckily it was just smallish.
Reset with the cryogenics when you're ready.
Okay, they're gonna try and freeze her again.
I can feel it coming,
In the air tonight.
pushing me out.
Too long.
What will you do when I lose my last bit of me? I'm too dangerous for that, we both know it.
Is she gonna kill herself?
Do you have someone at home?
Fiancé.
Have you ever hurt them?
More than once, yes.
Remember how guilty you felt? Imagine that. Times a billion. All the time. Every second of the day.
Okay, so she wants to die.
And the worst part is, when I turn back,
You will stop feeling that way.
I won't feel guilty anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to die. It's one of those things, Gwen.
You want to die as yourself you are now as you are.
Thanks for being so good to me. Remember me the way I am now. Beth.
Beth.
Did she fully activate?
I won't let you freeze me!
Okay, no. She's just fully activated.
Wait, don't shoot! It's a trick. She won't hurt me. She won't hurt me.
Okay, she's trying to kill herself that way then.
Calm down!
Okay, she's actually killing herself. She doesn't want to hurt Gwen.
Then all of you, then the rest of your miserable species.
She's just
They
acting
will
this
kill
out.
you. You have proved to be better than that. You helped us to stop
Damn
the
it.
invasion. You can't be human. Please, Beth.
Not human enough. Goodbye, Gwen.
Jesus. Shit.
She wanted you to shoot her. She used her last shred of humanity to do this.
Couldn't take that chance.
She just wanted to make it easier for us.
It's really good. Jesus. And even the sword broke. Yes. Got away to the aerial shot of Cardiff Night, as we do. And now cut to Jack in the office talking to what? Yes, as we do.
We know that they can be killed. And while they think they have the element of surprise, we know they haven't. But until that day, we just keep doing what we do.
Oh, let me fighting words, they be Gwen. Have you set a date?
Oh, don't get me started, please. My mum's already been on the phone saying, "What about the local church, Gwen? It's ever so lovely."
Go home.
We just skipped that. Okay. There we go. All right, that was a fun episode. I did like that one because I do like the idea of having a character who's the antagonist, but not really. Like the character is actually trying to be helpful, but they can't control what they're doing. Right? That is just a fun idea, and also questioning what humanity is and how human this person feels and what is going to be the end solution and resolution to this life. There wasn't one. She just killed herself. But it is poetic in the way that she decided to take her own life, in which she had me for a second there. I was like, did she got taken over? Did she got activated? And then it was like, no. She's clearly just acting the part just so they can shoot her and kill her. This is her way of killing herself. And it's better to just do this and give them the excuse to shoot her rather than going up to them and be like, please execute me. Given I'm pretty sure if she had told Jack that, Jack would have just done it, because Jack has done that previous season like 3 times already. Like, and Jack is the kind of person, like, he's ruthless when he wants to be. So if she just walked up to Jack and say, like, can you please execute me right now? I don't want to live. Jack would have been like, all right, that's how you want it. We can do it. And he'll just do it. But the thing is that what they brought at the end is that, like, she did it this way just so it would be easier for everyone involved. Because they go like, oh shit, she activated it, boom, and just kill her, right? It's easier to just do that than to just go through, like, the emotional process of, like, I don't want to kill this person, but I guess I have to, right? Instead, it's just like, no, she's dead, it's done, and then after the fact, you might think and be like, oh, she was doing it on purpose. Well, shit. Well, she's dead already, so fuck, right? But that's it. Like, you don't go through the process of, like, I don't want to kill this person, but I guess I'll have to. But, like, it's like she's nice and whatever. It's like, no, she activated. Fuck, let's shoot her, right? It's the bad alien, right? So I like that that's how she did it, because it's also poetic in the sense the way they said it. It was like she used her last, like, shred of humanity to do that, right? And it was like a compassionate act because it made it easier for everyone involved to just execute her in a least painful manner for them. Right, and that is a really awesome example of her humanity and what kind of person she was, because, like, that's it. Like, it's like the chameleon. How was it called? No, the chameleon circuit is the TARDIS transforming the police box, right? But, like, the thing, I don't remember the name of it. The watch that the Doctor used in Human Nature, and then the Master used in Utopia, and then it was used again in future episodes of Doctor Who. I will not say which ones. God, I just bring that one specific episode a lot because a lot happened in that one specific episode on future seasons of Doctor Who if you haven't seen them. But, dude, like, the watch thing, that's it. That also brought this specific, like, theme, which is we have a character here that thinks and feels and legitimately believes that they are this specific person, but in reality they are something else. Here's the thing, though, is that they are also that specific person that they think they are. Because even though it is like a fake persona that was built just to make the real version have a more successful mission or whatever, that is still a very real person. Because here's the thing, what is a person? A person is a conglomeration of, like, memories and feelings and emotions and thoughts and choices and ideas and thoughts and just everything, right? Everything about that is what makes a person. Other shit, just like your body, doesn't really mean anything to what a person is, if you ask me. And Gwen brings that up a little bit. But the thing is that, like, Beth here was not gonna have a choice as to whether or not she's gonna be able to just live as herself and just her real self, the alien shit, it was just gonna take over at some point, and that was just gonna be the end of it, and she was gonna hurt people. So now that she's aware of what her situation is, then she starts having this internal conflict of, like, the real me is gonna hurt people, and I am someone that doesn't want to hurt people. Like, I legitimately, she's legitimately, like, a nice person. She's nice, she's kind, she's scared, and this, everything that's happening to her, she just doesn't know about it. She just didn't know about anything. So now that she's aware of what her actual situation is and what her actual situation is going to be like in the future, she's like, fuck that. Like, fuck that. I don't want to be that. So then it's just like, I don't want to be myself at that point. It's just like, just kill me, right? Well, first of all, she wanted them to fix her in some way, but no, eventually at the end she was just like, just kill me. And the thing is that whenever this is the topic of conversation, and because this is Torchwood too, I immediately knew we're just gonna have to kill her. She's just gonna die at the end of this episode because this is a one-off character, and this is Torchwood. We're not gonna save this person. We don't do that in Torchwood because we just show you that this person is having a rough time and it's in a fuck situation, and we're gonna be like, man, I wish we could save her, and then we're not gonna, and then she's just gonna die. So I immediately knew she wasn't gonna make it past this episode, but like the circumstances and like the way they decided to end her life and the things that they decided to do with this character were awesome, because they could have totally done what they did with like the Cyberwoman, right? Where it's a real person, and then it's like, no, they're not. They got activated, and then they're just off here to kill everyone, and they're just gonna invade everyone, and it's just gonna be awful if we let this person go. It's just gonna be awful for everyone involved. So we just need to kill her. That's what they did with the Cyberwoman. It was just like, nope, you're dead. There we go. But for Beth here, what they did is that they actually made it so she was still human, like her personality and her thoughts and emotions and everything. Like, even when she escaped, she didn't escape because she got activated. She escaped because she was like, I want to say goodbye to my boyfriend, to whatever his fucking name was, Mark, whatever. So I have to go say goodbye to my boyfriend because I love him. And then she goes to do that, and then she accidentally murders him because they're hugging, and then it's like, what was that? I don't know, it felt like, and then they just look at it, and she just has this like giant stinger arm sword. And it was just like going through the dude, and there's just like spurting blood, and it was like, what the fuck, right? And that was clearly that. I thought that maybe her body was doing that without her conscious consent, right? But no, it was legitimately an accident. She was just like, I want to say goodbye to him, and oh my god, I didn't have control over what the fuck just happened with my arm. What the fuck, right? And she just accidentally just murdered her boyfriend, and she just felt awful about it. And it was terrible. It was legitimately terrible. You know what was also terrible? Give me a second. I need to go back to the one specific scene that I said I was gonna go back to. There it is. So there's one scene where one of the sleeper agents that got activated was like a nanny or whatever, and he was just like he was just driving like a what is the name? I saw it the other day and I forgot the fucking baby cart, right? She was just driving that shit, just taking it for a walk, and then she got activated and she was like, all right, gonna do my mission now. And then the stroller, okay, so the baby stroller, whatever. The baby carriage, the baby mobile, right? The baby mobile just kept going, and then it was just going into the street, and I was like, and I made a joke. I was like, Josuke's gonna run over it with a motorcycle because Jojo, right? And then they cut away from that, and then just show the shot of the woman walking away from her back, and then you hear like a car crash happen in the background, and I'm like, did the car actually run over the baby? We're never going to know that. We're never actually going to know that. They're never going to tell us what actually happened there when they cut away from it. All you get to hear is that there is some car crash or screeching or crash or whatever noises. And I'm just like, okay, so a car could have swerved like hard trying to dodge the baby and like crashed into like a wall or whatever. Or the baby just got ran over. Or like they could that I want that. I want that. I want that so bad. Like, I want Russell T Davies to come here, right now, do a YouTube live stream or whatever on Year of Our Lord 2020 and say like, yeah, that baby in Torchwood in 2008, we totally ran over that baby. Fuck that baby. I want that to be the only thing he says. I want that to be the only thing that anyone asks of a Torchwood, and for the actual like showrunner to come in and say like, oh yeah, fuck the baby, that baby's dead. Like, just retroactively murder that child. I want that to happen because that's just so fucking funny. Because I was like I totally thought they were just gonna cut away from that, and he was just like, oh yeah, the baby was just drifting away, and then he was like, no, car crash noises in the background, and he's like, what happened? Tell me. Like, I legitimately want to know now. You can't just do that to me. You have to actually tell me what happened in that one part where I didn't look, where I couldn't see. I want to know if that baby's dead or not. Fuck them kids, said Russell D. Day. Like, oh, I remember remembering, like, I think it was the 5th episode of season 1. What was the name of it? It was like the Ferris episode or whatever. I think someone commented that was like, yeah, Torchwood is just like, fuck this kid. Just like, fuck all these kids. Just fuck them. Just... And I want that. I want that to happen. I want Torchwood to just like murder all the children. Just every single one of them. All the children and all the women and every single person. Every person that is good or nice has to die. Like, I want Torchwood to just do that. Because that's just so fucking funny, dude. I just want that so much. Anyway, so that baby's dead. And that wasn't the only baby, by the way. Then we had another scene where the lady, the exact same sleeper agent, the lady sleeper agent, the nanny, she went into like a building, a communications building, telecommunications switching station and mobile switching center. I'm seeing it. She walked into the building and then she exploded the building. By the way, she kamikazed into it. She killed herself in the process. And then you get away from it and you see that there is a woman with another baby mobile, like a stroller or whatever. And the building explodes and the woman just goes flying and breaks her back against the car. The other woman just falls into the ground and the baby's just in the stroller. And it was just like, wow, there were exactly 2 scenes with that lady, the sleeper agent lady. Both scenes had a baby possibly murder. One by a car and the other by explosion. And I'm just like, that's so, because like I'm looking at it, it's like, if the force of the explosion didn't kill the baby, there was a lot of debris. There was a lot of debris being shot at like high speeds from that explosion. There could totally have been just like one rubble, just one piece of stone that just shot really fast and just hit the baby, and the baby's fucked. It's just dead instantly. Like, fuck both of those kids. Fuck both of those babies. They're dead. Fuck them. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, so I like how I went from like, oh, Beth is awesome, and we had this really important, meaningful character, and she was great, and her humanity and her struggle, and then it was just like, fuck those kids. Just instantly going to that. I like that we spent like a half of an episode just dealing with Beth, dealing with the fact that she's not human, dealing with the fact that she's like an alien construct and is here to kill people. I like that. I do like that we spent that much amount of time, because we really got to feel what Beth as a character is like. And and it all came together at the end when she's just like, I'm just gonna die. Because she's human. She's human enough to realize that the best thing she could do is to just disappear. And she wants to do it and make it as easy for everyone involved as she could. Because it was the best thing she could have done. I have to say that scene where she stabs the boyfriend, it's... The scene where she stabbed the boyfriend, it's like... It was a really good scene. Because it was like, wait, what happened? What is that expression? And then it just slowly just turned into like, because the camera was slowly panning out and it was like, oh my god, what the fuck is this sword arm? And I was like, what the fuck? Okay, I just remember another scene that really got me. Another scene that really got me is when they were like, all right, so a bunch of nukes are gonna go off, like 10 nukes are gonna go off, and we're all gonna instantly die. And Owen's like, okay, so if they can't have this, it's all over. And then Owen just goes like, all right, let's all have sex. And then we have this scene. Owen says it with like the most straight face I've ever seen him. Like, he's not joking. He's legitimately saying it in a deadpan serious manner. We're all gonna die, so we should all have sex right now. And then we gotta wait to Tosh and Yanto. And Tosh is like, Tosh's face is like, dude. And Yanto actually looks at him like, dude, and then he like thinks about it. And then he goes like, I thought the end of the world couldn't get any worse. And Tosh's face is just like, dude. That was so good. That was so good. Okay, so I have to say the dialogue this season seems to be like so much better. Maybe it's just a specific writer. But the previous episode, I felt like it was also pretty good. Like, I feel like dialogue has just gotten better overall. Because I feel like they just gave more personality to every character. And now they're more fucking around that they were before. And I like that. Because like, the more we can make these characters just them just fucking around and less just super dramatic, the more into it I'm gonna be. You can make them super dramatic, but also make them dumbasses and just say dumb shit all the time. Just in between scenes when it doesn't matter. Like Yanto just going, I know everything. And then at one moment he was like upset because it's like, he knows more than I do, and I don't know it, and I know everything. Like, I'm upset about that. And then at one moment it's like, Yanto, how do you know that? I know everything. It's there on the screen. It was like, it was so stupid. Like, little scenes like that I like a lot. Regarding Jack and Tosh as well, it was like a lot of them were awesome, right? Okay, so by the way, like the fact that both, like, okay, so there were like 4 Civilians, 2 of them killed themselves. Until they didn't tell me that there was only one left, I didn't think they had died, because I was like, because they did have like a shield, right? They have like the nano shield barrier or whatever that didn't, so that made it that they couldn't like get hurt or anything. Given an explosion can probably get through that, but like, since they established that they were like super strong or whatever, and then they have like a specific mission they wanted to do, I was like, okay, so they want to blow that up, they want to blow this up, and it's like, okay, cool. And then they were like, well, 2 of them are already dead, and I'm like, wait, are they? They are? Okay, sure. I guess they died in the explosion. But it's like, I wasn't expecting them to die from that, because if they had a specific mission, they didn't have to suicide into it. They could have just like thrown the like bomb or whatever, and then just run away, just book it, and then they would have survived. Like, totally. Maybe not the first guy, maybe not the guy that caused the like giant explosion with the fucking like gas tank or whatever. The other lady though, yes, she absolutely could have just thrown the device into the building and just run from it. She didn't have to run very far. She just needed to be like outside the door. She didn't have to like walk into the building with the explosion in her hand and then just die in the process. She could have just thrown it in there and just book it. So the fact that like they just kill themselves like so nonchalantly made me think that they weren't going to die, because why would you do that? And then they were like, no, they're actually dead. I'm like, okay, sure. I wasn't expecting that, but sure, let's roll with that. So there was only one guy left, and he's about to set off 10 nukes that we have stored in here, and it's just going to wipe out the entire city. And it's like, coolio. All right. And I like that. Then at the end, okay, so at the end, they do have a confrontation with the one dude, and so I like that Jack just like, they would go like, Jack, how are we gonna do this? He's like this, and he just runs over him with the car. Then they stab Jack, and we know who you are, Jack Harkness. We know all about you and Torchwood. And I'm like, oh, so they know that he can't die or whatever. And then they say, we got a lot of information before you switch her off, which makes me think that maybe they actually don't know that he can die at this point, because it's only the information that they got from her. So it's not, I mean, they do know about Torchwood, which is bad. You'll be factored into our plans. Thing is that they go, your transmitter's dead. Thing is that then there's a bike passing. Thing is that then he asks, now when are the others coming? And then he replies, they're already here. And then we see the device explosion in his hand. And then they run for it, and then they survive. But like, when he said they're already here, does it actually mean that there are more like sleeper agents like already here on the planet? Or does it mean that he was just like, oh, the reinforcements are right here in the palm of my hand. Goodbye, Jet. And it just explodes. Like, was that like the only thing that meant? Or are they actually more sleeper agents? And maybe they have information on Torchwood or whatever. That would be fun. But yeah. Okay, so that's what we have. Is there anything else worth talking in this episode? No, I think that's pretty much it. I just really love the concept of this Beth character, of someone who's like very dangerous, but she first of all, she didn't know it, and when she learned about it, she was like, I need to go because I don't want to hurt people that I care about. I don't want to hurt people in general, right? So I really like that idea for a character. It's not unbelievably original, but I did like it this episode. Beth was great, and I like the way that got resolved. So yeah, that was awesome. But okay, I think that was it for this episode of Torchwood. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, we're good. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode of a Torchwood reaction. If you would like to see the next one, it should already be up on Patreon as well as full length. Check out links in the description, and I'll see you next time, okay everyone? Take care. Have a good one. Bye.